Have you ever noticed the very first thing you say to yourself in the morning, before the coffee, before the phone, before the world begins speaking to you, your mind is already whispering something? For many people, that whisper is heavy. I'm tired. I'm behind. I'm not enough. And those quiet words slowly shape the entire day. But what if those first moments after waking up could change everything? What if a few simple thoughts could steady your mind, sharpen your focus, and give you the strength to face whatever the day brings? The ancient Stoics believed the morning is where the mind is forged, a moment of clarity, a moment of power, a moment to remind yourself who you truly are. In this video, you will discover 6 powerful reminders, simple words, but strong enough to transform how you think, how you act, and how you live every single day. I am capable. Have you ever woken up with a quiet voice in your head saying, I can't handle today? Not out loud, not dramatic, just a small whisper of doubt. Maybe yesterday didn't go well. Maybe you failed at something. Maybe someone criticized you, ignored you, or made you feel small. And now, before the day even begins, your mind is already surrendering. This is how many people lose the battle of the day before the sun even rises. But here is a truth the Stoic philosophers understood thousands of years ago. Your life is not shaped by what happens to you. Your life is shaped by what you believe you are capable of. The moment you tell yourself, I can't, your mind begins to search for proof that you're right. But the moment you say, I am capable, something powerful shifts inside you. Your mind stops shrinking and starts expanding. Marcus Aurelius once wrote that the real power of a human being is not found in external success, but in the ability to command their own mind. Think about your own life for a moment. There were days you thought you wouldn't make it, moments when you felt lost, times when fear told you to stop, and yet you are still here. You stood up again. You kept moving. You survived things you once thought would break you. That is not luck. That is proof. Proof that there is a strength inside you that you may have forgotten. And every morning is a chance to remember it. When you look in the mirror tomorrow morning, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. Look directly into your own eyes and say 3 simple words. I am capable, not as empty motivation, not as blind optimism, but as a reminder of the battles you have already survived. Because strength is not perfection. Strength is the ability to continue, even when things are uncertain, messy, and difficult. And when you repeat these words every day, something extraordinary begins to happen. Your actions start to change. You take one step forward, then another. But confidence is not something you wait for. Confidence is built step by step through action. So now I want to ask you something. Right now, if you truly believe that you are capable of more, that your life can grow stronger, clearer, and more purposeful, then write this in the comments below. I am capable. 3 simple words, but when spoken with conviction, they can change the direction of a life. Say it, believe it, and tomorrow Start living like it is true. The past does not control me. Have you ever noticed how the past follows you, even into the morning? Before the day even begins, your mind replays old mistakes, something you said wrong, an opportunity you missed, a decision you wish you could take back, and suddenly, the day hasn't even started, but you already feel heavy. For many people, this is an invisible prison. They wake up today, but their mind is still living yesterday. The Stoics understood this pain deeply, because the past has a strange power. Not because it controls us, but because we keep giving it permission. Epictetus once said something that still shakes people today. It is not what happens to you that disturbs you, but how you interpret it. Think about that for a moment. Two people can experience the same failure. One carries it like a chain for years. The other carries it like a lesson and moves forward stronger. The event is the same. The difference is the mind. Right now, somewhere in the world, someone is still haunted by a mistake they made 5 years ago, a lost relationship, a business that failed, a moment of embarrassment they wish they could erase. But here is the truth most people avoid. The past is already gone. It has no voice, no power, no control, unless you carry it with you. Imagine climbing a mountain with a backpack filled with stones. Every regret, another stone. Every I should have, another stone. Every moment of shame, another stone. Soon the climb becomes exhausting, not because the mountain is too high, but because the weight is too heavy. The Stoics teach something simple but powerful. Put the stones down. The past is not your prison. It is your teacher. And teachers are meant to guide you, not chain you. This truth connects directly to the first reminder we explored. If you truly believe I am capable, then you must also believe something else. Your past mistakes do not define your future strength, because capability grows through experience, through failure, through learning, through standing up again. And once you release the grip of yesterday, something remarkable happens. Your mind becomes lighter. Your energy returns. Your focus shifts from regret to action. But there is one more layer of power beyond this. Letting go of the past is only the beginning. Because even when yesterday no longer controls you, the world will still try to disturb your peace. Criticism will appear. Pressure will rise. Unexpected problems will show up without warning. And that leads us to the next and perhaps most powerful reminder of all. A truth the Stoics repeated again and again. You cannot control everything that happens, but you can always control your mind. I control my mind. Most people believe their life is controlled by circumstances. A difficult boss, a harsh message, an unexpected failure, a day that suddenly falls apart. One moment, everything feels fine. Then one event happens, and the entire mood of the day collapses. Anger rises. Stress tightens the chest. The mind begins to spiral. But here is the uncomfortable truth. In that moment, the event did not take your peace. You gave it away. The Stoic philosophers saw this clearly long before modern psychology existed. They understood that the most dangerous enemy is not outside the door. It lives inside the mind. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor who carried the weight of an entire empire, wrote these powerful words: "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Think about how often the mind becomes a battlefield. A single criticism can echo for hours. One mistake can replay again and again. One stressful moment can poison an entire day. The event lasts seconds, but the mind keeps reliving it for hours, sometimes years. This is how people slowly lose their inner freedom, not because life is always hard, but because they allow every small storm to control their thoughts. Imagine the mind like the captain of a ship. The ocean will never be calm all the time. Storms will come. Waves will rise. Winds will change direction without warning. But a skilled captain does not panic at the storm. He adjusts the sails. He steadies the wheel. He keeps his eyes on the horizon. This is what it means to control your mind. It does not mean you never feel anger, fear, or stress. Stoics were not emotionless. They simply refused to let emotion become their master. They observed their thoughts. They slowed their reactions. They chose their response. And that choice changes everything. Because the moment you realize that your peace belongs to you, no criticism can steal it. No chaotic situation can shake it. No temporary failure can destroy it. This is the next step after the first two reminders. First, you realize you are capable. Then you release the weight of the past. And now, you step into your true power. You understand that your mind is not a victim of the world. It is the commander of your life. Tomorrow morning, before the day begins rushing toward you, pause for a moment, take a slow breath, and remind yourself of this simple but powerful truth. I control my mind, not the news, not other people's opinions, not unexpected problems, only you. And once you truly understand this, something remarkable happens. You stop reacting to life. You start directing it. Reasons do not define me. How many dreams have died because of one simple sentence? Maybe later. I'm not ready. I don't have enough time. Those words sound harmless. They sound reasonable, even logical, but hidden inside them is one of the most dangerous traps of the human mind. Excuses. Not loud excuses. Not dramatic ones. Quiet ones. Polite ones. The kind that slowly steal years from a person's life. Look around the world and you will see it everywhere. The person who wanted to start a business but waited for the perfect moment. The artist who never shared their work because they feared criticism. The student who had talent but kept saying, "I'll try next year." Years pass. Nothing changes. Not because they lacked ability, but because they accepted their reasons as truth. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus warned about this long ago. He said the greatest prison is not built by others. It is built by the excuses we repeat to ourselves. And the most dangerous thing about excuses is this: they make you feel safe, while quietly keeping you stuck. Imagine standing at the edge of a door that could change your life. Opportunity is on the other side. But between you and that door stands a wall of reasons. What if I fail? What if people judge me? What if I'm not good enough yet? So you step back, you wait, you prepare. But preparation slowly becomes procrastination. And one day you wake up and realize something painful. The door never opened because you never walked through it. Marcus Aurelius once wrote a powerful reminder. Do not waste time arguing about what a good person should be. Be one. In other words, stop explaining. Start acting. This connects directly to everything we've talked about so far. If you truly believe you are capable, and if you truly control your mind, then excuses can no longer be the voice that guides your life. Because capability demands action. Strength demands movement. Growth demands courage. No one becomes powerful by waiting. No one builds a meaningful life by explaining why they can't. They build it by taking one imperfect step forward, again and again. So the next time your mind says, I'll start tomorrow, pause, take a breath, and answer back with something stronger. Reasons do not define me. Action does. And right now I want to invite you to do something simple but powerful. If you are ready to stop letting excuses control your life, write this in the comments below. No more excuses. 3 words. A small declaration. But sometimes a small declaration is the first step toward a completely different life. Kindness is my strength. What if the greatest strength in the world is the one most people overlook? Not power, not status, not the ability to dominate a room, but the ability to remain kind. Because the truth is, the world can be harsh. People misunderstand you. They criticize you. They judge you without knowing your story. Sometimes they speak with anger. Sometimes they respond with coldness. And in those moments, something inside you reacts instantly. Your pride rises. Your ego tightens. Your mind whispers, fight back. This is the reaction most people choose. They match anger with anger. They respond to disrespect with more disrespect. And the result? More conflict, more stress, more noise in an already chaotic world. But the Stoic philosophers saw a deeper truth. They understood that reacting with anger is easy. Anyone can do that. Real strength is much rarer. Real strength is the ability to remain calm and choose kindness anyway. Marcus Aurelius wrote something that still feels powerful today. The best revenge is to be unlike the one who caused the injury. Think about that for a moment. When someone is rude to you, they expect a reaction. They expect you to explode, to argue, to prove yourself. But when you respond with calm kindness instead, something remarkable happens. You break the cycle. You refuse to let another person control your character. This is not weakness. It is mastery. Imagine 2 people facing the same insult. One reacts immediately with anger. The argument escalates. The tension grows. Both walk away, drained and bitter. The other pauses. They breathe. They answer with calm words, or sometimes with silence. The storm ends before it even begins. Who is stronger? The one who lost control, or the one who kept it? Kindness is not about being soft. It is about being grounded. It means you are strong enough to stand firm in your values without becoming cruel. It means your character does not change just because someone else's behavior does. And there is another quiet power inside kindness. It creates respect. People may forget loud words. They may ignore arrogance, but they remember the person who remained calm when everyone else lost control. The person who treated others with dignity, even under pressure. That kind of strength is magnetic. It draws people toward you. It builds trust. It creates influence without force. And when you practice this every day, something changes inside you as well. Your mind becomes lighter. Your reactions become wiser. Your presence becomes steadier. So tomorrow morning, as you begin your day, remind yourself of something powerful. Kindness is my strength, not because the world is always kind, but because your character is stronger than the chaos around you. And when strength and kindness live in the same person, that is when true power appears. I live fully in the present. How much of your life are you actually living? Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but right now. Because here is a brutal truth most people never stop to face. Many people spend their entire lives somewhere else. Their body is in the present, but their mind is trapped in the past or running anxiously toward the future. They wake up thinking about yesterday's mistakes. They go to sleep worrying about tomorrow's problems. And the only moment that truly exists slips quietly through their hands. This is one of the greatest tragedies of the human mind. The Stoics saw it clearly thousands of years ago. Marcus Aurelius wrote a reminder that still feels like a wake-up call today. Confine yourself to the present. 3 simple words, but inside them is a powerful secret to inner strength. Because the past is untouchable. You cannot rewrite it. You cannot correct it. You cannot step back into it. And the future, it is uncertain. You cannot predict it. You cannot fully control it. You cannot live there yet. The only place where life truly happens is this moment, right now. Yet most people rush past it without noticing. Think about a normal morning. The sun rises. The air is fresh. The day is full of possibility. But instead of feeling it, many people immediately reach for their phones. News, messages, notifications, stress. Before the day even begins, the mind is already overwhelmed. But when you learn to live in the present, something powerful begins to change. You slow down. You breathe deeper. You see things more clearly. A simple cup of coffee becomes a moment of peace. A quiet walk becomes a moment of clarity. A conversation becomes something meaningful instead of rushed. Living in the present is not about ignoring responsibility. It is about focusing your full attention on what you are doing right now. One task, one conversation, one step at a time. When the mind is here, truly here, anxiety begins to fade. Because worry lives in the future. Regret lives in the past. But strength lives in the present moment. This is the final piece, connecting everything we have explored. When you believe you are capable, when you release the weight of the past, when you control your mind, when excuses no longer define you, And when kindness guides your actions, then the present moment becomes your greatest source of power. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. So right now, wherever you are watching this video, pause for a moment. Take a slow breath. Feel this moment. And if you are ready to start living your life with clarity and awareness, write this in the comments below. I choose the present. Because life is not waiting for you somewhere in the future. Life is happening right now. Before this video ends, pause for a moment and ask yourself one powerful question. Who are you becoming every single morning? Because the truth is, a life is not built in one dramatic moment. It is built quietly, in the thoughts you repeat every day, when you remind yourself you are capable, when you refuse to be chained by the past, when you take control of your mind, reject excuses, choose kindness, and live fully in the present. Something powerful begins to happen. You stop drifting through life. You start directing it. If this message spoke to you today, take one small action right now. Like this video, so more people can discover these ideas. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next step in this journey of inner strength. And remember, real power begins within.